Welcome to the annual meeting for the Franklin County Civic Development Corporation on January 11th, 2023. Maria, could you conduct roll call?
Sure. Sherry Boye.
Present.
James Ellis.
Present.
Stephen Ehrman.
Here. Present.
Madeline Fleury. Here. Archie McKee.
Here.
Nate Manette.
Here.
Also present. Jeremy Evans. Maria Bourgeois. Paul Ellis.
Thank you, Maria. I will turn the time over to Madeline Fleury to make nominations for officers.
The governance committee met last week and we came up with a slate of nominations for 2023 officers. We have the chair as Jim Ellis, vice chair Sherry Boye, secretary Madeline Fleury, and assistant secretary Steve Ehrman.
Are there any other nominations to come from the floor for officers for the CDC? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion for this slate of candidates.
So moved.
Archie, thank you. Second,
I'll second.
Madeline, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we'll turn it over to you, Chairman, for the rest of the annual meeting of the CDC.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, everybody. We'll now do a roll call for the regular meeting of the CDC.
Just adjourn first.
Oh, we didn't adjourn?
No.
Motion to adjourn?
Make motion.
Adjourn.
Nate seconds.
Seconded.
Steve and Nate. Okay.
Very good.
Got it.
And we'll get out of this, right?
Call the regular meeting to order of the CDC. Roll call, please, Maria.
Okay.
Sherry Boye.
Here.
James Ellis.
Here.
Stephen Ehrman.
Here.
Madeline Fleury.
Here.
Archie McKee.
Here.
Nate Manette.
Here.
We do have a vacant seat. Also present, Jeremy Evans, Maria Bourgeois, Paul Ellis.
Thank you. Public comment.
I'm curious, is that vacant seat is Eddie Lockwood's appointment, is that correct?
No, it's
No.
just.
Oh, it's just, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
I
just.
withdraw my question.
I'll withdraw my answer. We will be looking at approving the meeting minutes of December 14, 2022. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections? If not, we will accept a motion to accept the minutes of December 14, 2022.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
Motion by Madeline, second by somebody, I didn't hear.
Archie seconded.
Second, okay, Archie. Any discussion? There being none, we'll assume the questions have been moved. All those in favor of adopting the minutes of the meeting of December 14, 2022, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Abstention?
One abstention because I was not at the meeting. Okay. Thanks,
Yeah.
Maria.
Okay, bills and communications. Done?
Nope.
Okay, no bills and communications. The committee reports, the only committee reports we have is the same one we did at the beginning of the session today with the appointment of committee chairs for the committees as we restructured them. So we'll pass that over. Treasurer's report. Paul?
The only thing I want to just remind everybody is that we, at the last meeting, the board approved a reduction in the recognition of various expenses in the CDC. The only affects our insurance premium. We reduced the amount of the premium for the CDC and increased it for the IDA and the LDC. It's a shared policy. And also the audit expense, because the CDC has no activity, has no immediate planned activity. It seemed like we were paying a much higher portion of the audit costs with the CDC. And the main purpose behind that was with no income coming into the CDC and roughly $7,500 in the checking account, we were going to be using up all of the money in that checking account within probably a little over 3 years' time. So with the reduction, it stretches the cash in the account out to about 7+ years, with hopes that we'll have some activity in that time frame.
Thank you.
it really is more likely that we could see activity with the CDC in the coming years because of the increase in interest rates. When you have rock bottom interest rates, there's less cost benefit for organizations to seek financing through the CDC. But as those rates go up, you could certainly start to see more where that cost benefit of getting the tax exempt bonds through the CDC makes it worth it compared to the open market.
It's see, just same discussion. The CDC tends to be a poor stepchild because I think a lot of people don't really understand what the function is.
Right.
As I see it, I'm not sure I see it properly, but like with all this downtown revitalization and things going on that are government sponsored, would the CDC be involved in anything that they may be doing?
It's really for community organizations and nonprofit corporations that are making significant capital investments in facilities. So the activity that the CDC has had is Adirondack Medical Center and Alice Hyde and
Paul Smith College.
Paul Smith was the IDA, but these days it would be with the CDC. So it really has to be, and it has to be because there's fees related,
Right.
and because there's attorney fees that are above and beyond what would normally be occurring with a regular, loan. It takes a higher, the cost of the project, the amount of the bonds sought needs to be higher for it to be worth it.
Very good.
But yeah, anytime I have a chance, I do try to let those types of organizations know, just remind them that we are here if they need us.
Good. Thank you. We'll adopt the treasurer's report on a motion by
I'll make the motion.
Madeline.
Steve will second.
Excuse me, guys. Second by Steve. No further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Thank you. Old unfinished business. Don't think there is any.
No.
New business. Doubt there's any. New business. Okay, as part of our annual meeting, we have to adopt required policies for the CDC. In this case, the same three that we've adopted for the previous meetings. It's resolution 2023-01 to adopt mission statement, disposition of property policy, and the procurement policy.
I'll make a motion to adopt those policies.
Steve moves that we adopt resolution 2023-01. Second?
Second.
Archie.
Archie,
Good.
further discussion? If not, we'll assume the question's been moved. Will you please do the roll call, Maria?
Sure. Resolution 2023-01, adopting required policies for the CDC. Sherry Boye,
Yes.
James Ellis,
Yes.
Stephen Ehrman,
Yes.
Madeline Fleury,
Yes.
Archie McKee,
Yes.
Nate Manat,
Yes.
duly adopted.
Okay, we're now at public comment. I'd like to make just quick public comment about how we are so blessed to have the kind of paid staff that we have with Rachel and Russ, and Paul, Jeremy. Maria,
Maria,
I just said that. Jesus.
Where you got two kudos.
So Kelly, as long as you're gonna get everybody.
Okay, Kelly?
There, you got everybody.
I don't see Kelly
You
as
say
often.
Paul?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
you
anyway,
got Paul. Yeah,
we're going to make a little bit of a different situation too. I'd like to propose to Jeremy, as I told you, that we get a paid staffer, permanent staffer to act as a sort of, I'll say, no, resource for the committees where they would be most likely used and their information probably taken care of. I have one question. We have loans out that we farmed into, maybe AEDC is the one that actually did the loan, or the MCA, or whoever they are. But once they leave us, we're never sure what the progress is. It's something we might want to start thinking about. Because they're
good.
part, they're.
Follow up.
Yeah, they're part of our business too. Okay, that's it. Nothing further to come before the board. We'll accept a motion to adjourn the regular meeting of the CDC for this month. All those in favor? Yeah.
Madeline,
By saying aye.
Madeline moved,
Yep,
seconds, Steve seconds?
yep,
Okay.
done. The date of the next meeting, if you notice, is to be determined.
Okay.
Which means
That's
we
right.
may not have a